guys. Jumping right into this because the angels are out. And that's when you get to see them, baby. I'm going to do a quick update. None of my 65-gallon tanks that I ordered last week came in. So, I'm just going to update everybody on where it's at. These are my silver dantums. There is one albino dantum who had very slow growth and disformed fins that I kept. Not sure if you can see the fins. And those are Bolivian rams from Joe Baldo. 2 of the 3 he sent me. There's another one in there. And my pair is separated. But I think they're going to go back in soon if they don't spawn, because they did spawn twice when they were with all these guys already. And this is their tank until something happens and I can separate pairs. I'm pretty pleased with that. They don't usually come out, or I say they hide a lot, but there they are. I'm not sure if they want food or where they're at. I should probably offer them a little something. And that's a 60-gallon. That's 4 feet by 2 feet. Bare bottom. It's got the sponges. Aqua Clear 110. There's some food going in. Let's see what they do. I didn't really think I was going to get the angels for you, so I'm just kind of running with this for a minute before I get on to the topic, because even one of them was food. I'm going to go right down, get you to where we're going on these guys. These are the Discus, the 10 from Hans Discus that I got. I think I'm going to take all the stickers and writing off of the tank so I can see more what's going on. Not sure if you can see the fuzz coming up from the doctor behind there, the white thing behind the pot. You can see the bubbles coming up. Other than that, I think you're just seeing reflections from my one of the other tanks. Here's these guys. I guess I'll feed them in a minute. My suspicion now is that what you're looking at there is not a blue diamond, but one of what they call the dark angels. Whichever one of them it is, I got 2 that are the same. They both look the same, but they don't color up normal like a blue. So, and none of this is a big deal because there's only 2 of each kind, so however this all works out. Everybody's been doing good. The 2 checkerboards there, which would be the orangish reddish ones, seem to be the slowest gathering with the group. Right now they're with the group, but if I go to feed them now, somebody's going to chase them off, because that's just how these guys are. Even when I stick like 2 cubes to the glass and then my hand goes in there to keep the ones that are so feisty, they'll come right to it. But yeah, I'm going to offer them a little bit by hand now and see where we go. They're not getting chased off, but they're not jumping in. But I'm going to let this one ride out because this is one of many feedings today. This is just 1 cube. I'm still just hanging on to it. They all get their nibbles. Whichever one this is, there right now, the most striped. Whether he's the snake skin, here 2 that look the same, or whether they're the tefes. They're the dominant. The dominant too. Here are the Santa Arms, and you can see the one has slightly larger eyes. I mean, it's not like he's super stunted. And there's the activity that goes on with feeding. They get tight. This is what I saw too, the dark angel or this blue here, whichever one kind it is. He's actually turned the tables today on the hierarchy. He's not going to be chased out, or she's not going to be chased out. You can see a fat belly too. Doesn't matter that they eating some more kids. Yeah, has become more, you can see right there, defensive, dominant during eating. They're pretty tough. Not going to be chased out. The rams can come in and they don't care. at all. It's kind of funny. I ordered a Tropica flake. I believe it's 2 different kinds of granules for these guys that arrived yesterday while I was down in New Jersey. And they look good, and they actually had Jack Watley on the label, so he recommends the food too, besides the Santa Aram hatchery in South America. It's the, let me let this go. Let's see where they're all at. Let's see, got the Tropica D50 Plus, and the D50 Plus flakes. That's the cubes. I couldn't get her the granules. I couldn't get a real big container of the granules. And then they came with Yalio, however you pronounce that, plus flakes and granules. And that big one there's granules, but I got extras of the small granules. Yeah, Jack Watley, you know, it's supposed to be good food, so we'll be giving all that a try. I didn't get any Discus yesterday because I didn't get my 65-gallon tanks. So I came back with focus in on these guys, are we? And some zebra plecos. I posted pictures of them on the forum where I go. I guess get back in here. See if I can stir them up a little bit. There we go. Sorry I'm getting this all messed up, but I try not to get my phone wet. There's 4 of them that were in the back. And the other one's swimming underneath the wood there. There they are. A little activity. Nice. We'll see what they eat, how they do. Of course, the sponge in the tank and everything here is cycled, and I'm changing water like crazy. But I'm bringing them and the Discus down right to under 150 to 100, right in that range. I feel safe in a 50 point parameter. I don't change it a lot or move it much. But if I'm somewhere in there, it doesn't matter which way I go as long as I'm gradual and smooth with it. But I believe I'm supposed to be getting the 65-gallon tanks this week. So there'll still be some changes coming to the fish room. These guys will stay in QT. They'll probably get a bigger tank soon. But they should stay in QT indefinitely with me. They weren't something I took getting lightly. They're pretty important fish to me, or a dream fish, something I couldn't have imagined having long ago. I thank everybody who supports me, takes my fish. I hope to be able to offer something like these someday. Unreal. So yeah, it's just mostly checking in to show the 5 zebra plecos. And the Discus. Then the angels, who are actually out a little bit. Give you a quick glimpse. I'm not sure, I don't think, no, they didn't lay eggs yet today, but that's the one pair I still have. And let's see, there's one of the Leopoldis. There's another Leopoldi. Some new fish, some old fish. get everybody all caught up as best I could. Hope you all had a good weekend.